All right, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the Wall Street cheat sheet of a market cycle. We're going to look at the crypto market cap as a whole, the altcoin market cap, compare it to the CME, compare it to spot. We're looking at a bigger picture right now because we still are looking at the crossroads, okay? Are we looking at another lower high and a downward trend? Yes, indeed. We will see. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you everyone who has subscribed so far. Keep liking, commenting. Let's help this channel grow. It is a brand new channel. I have about 29 subscribers. Let's see if we can get 30 today. If we get to 100 subscribers, maybe I'll actually start doing the live streams. And guys, I'm posting these videos as daily as possible. I just want to show the levels for everyone to take a look at. If you're a beginner trader, these are going to help you learn for the future. And also by posting these videos every day, I'm helping myself, just staying in tune with the market. So again, thank you everyone who has supported me so far. Keep hitting the likes, hit that subscribe if you haven't hit it, and let's move on. All right, looking at volume. Volume has been pretty low the past few days, which is indicative of a large move coming. We had, we were billion plus last week, and now, only 700 million right now. Everything's been pretty much sideways. You can see Bitcoin SV down 5% and Tezos up 5%. Otherwise, you're looking at minimal gains, minimal losses. Okay, crypto fear and greed has shifted to a 52, but we're still just, fluctuating in this middle ground here. People don't know, as I said, we're looking at some crossroads. Are we looking at a lower high and then, another sell-off? I would imagine this fear and greed will go this way. Or if we are able to break higher, get above the daily 200 simple moving average, this will start swinging this way. We do have the halving in 111 days. And today we're going to talk about the Wall Street cheat sheet. Okay, let me slide this over a little bit. And basically, we're looking at this here, okay? And we can look at this in different ways. We can look at the macro, like our trend from the top 14K to where we are now, and we can even look at the current rally. So if we're looking at the current rally, let's just take a look. Whoop. All right, so we're going to take a look at the current rally. So from here to here and how that compares. Well, we had this run up, nice little euphoria. Even I posted a super bullish video on Saturday. I was just trying to have fun. I was trying to, get everyone a little excited. And of course, as soon as you do that, you get a dump off. Well, that's the perfect example of the euphoria stage. We came down and we bounced up. And are we looking at a complacency? And we're just talking about this rally right now. So we had a run up, a bounce, and we're sitting something that looks a little bit like this, right? Can you see that? We'll go to the 12-hour. It looks like it even more. So we could be sitting at a complacency stage if you just compare the two. All right. Of course, if we break the 200 daily SMA and continue higher, we can throw this out of the way. But right now, this may be what we're looking at as far as this rally. And if you take a look, let's take a look at more of a macro look. On the macro, we still have a lower high right here. So if you're going back over to our cheat sheet, some people are trying to say, maybe this is a disbelief. This is the disbelief portion of the cheat sheet. But what I can say about the disbelief section is this is a higher high than here. What I'm looking at right now with the lower high looks a bit more like right here, does it not? And I don't know if we've really hit our depression stage. We had a bit of an anger possibly, but I don't think, people have really thrown in the towel. In fact, people in this area here were excited about 6K, low 6K, 5K. You had a lot of bears talking about lower prices. You have people that wanted to buy lower, and they were waiting for a better opportunity to buy. And then, of course, you had this little rally. But if you look at this rally here on the cheat sheet, this is still a lower high than here. So is that where we are on the macro? And we need to keep continuing down and then finally get to the low 6Ks or 5.5, and then we get our disbelief rally possibly. But if you want to call this a disbelief rally right now, I think it's hard to, because based off this cheat sheet, this is higher than this high here. We have not seen that. Maybe we're somewhere around here, and if we can break above the daily 200 SMA and get a higher high, possibly that would be your disbelief rally. These are all just hypotheticals. Just wanted to throw that out there. Maybe you can share your thoughts below in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. But I just wanted to take a look at that, do something a little different. So let's get back to the charts. Okay, so on the daily here, we can see we're trying to get above the 200 SMA. We took a stab at it. We did not close above and got rejected. Currently, we have the 10 simple that was providing us support here, and it's coming in at 86.91, and we are trading right now at 86.46. So, this candle closed above it. This candle closed above it. If we do close above below 86.92, that will be a change. A change in a small trend, not a huge trend, but that will be a change. So if we close below the 10 simple here today, which is going to be in about 4 hours, the likelihood of us coming back down to test 8200 becomes more likely. And these are starting to add up. If you look at the Ichimoku cloud as well, you can see we closed beneath the cloud, and then we got back above the cloud. That was looking nice, and again we're back beneath the cloud. So this is a bit of a area of interest. The bulls and bears are fighting. The volume's super low because most people just don't know, and it's kind of hard to find an edge right now when you have so many conflicting indicators. Yes, we've been very bullish. Yes, we have the halving coming, so people are pumped about that. But what if we do get more of a correction? We come back down here in this area. I mean, even if we come back all the way down here, and have a bit of a correction for the next week or two, we could still find a bounce mid-February and have a halving rally in February. If we come back down here and find a bounce, people are going to start saying, "Oh, it's the halving, it's the halving, it's the halving." So we still have about 3 more months at least, a little over it's January, so we have February, we have March, we have April, and partially May. So we have 3 to 4 months still left before the halving. So we have plenty of time to have a correction and have another rally. So, this isn't doomsday if we get a correction here, and we don't necessarily have to just keep pumping either, all right? So just keep that on your radar. While we're still on the daily, let's look at our Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands, we're still floating through, and you have your middle BB support coming in at 82.56. This has been creeping up each day and lining up with a nice area of confluence, if you could call it that. And excuse me, guys, let's look at the total market cap. I had a comment yesterday that wanted to see that, and leave comments, and I'll try to check out whatever it is that you'd like to see, as long as it's nothing ridiculous. Total market cap. So on the total market cap, this is Bitcoin and all of the altcoins combined. Slightly more bullish. So on Bitcoin alone, we are fighting to get above the pink daily 200 SMA. On the total market cap, we got above it, but we're fighting to maintain it. We do have a bullish cross of the 10 simple crossing above our pink SMA. Let's see, has it happened? Hasn't officially happened, but I imagine it will happen with the next candle. But if we do get a crash or a correction and we come back beneath, I would also be looking for this area. I mean, this looks pretty damn close to the Bitcoin chart, slightly more bullish, okay, as a whole. Let's look at the altcoins. The altcoins have been performing even better, which you can see if you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. You can see that with the Bitcoin dominance falling, that means the altcoins have been performing better. So that's no surprise to see on the altcoin market cap, excluding Bitcoin, that we already got above the 200 SMA. And it looks a bit like, you know, a bull flag possibly for the altcoins. So we'll have to see what happens there. And going back to the Bitcoin dominance, this is the daily. If you want to chart it using moving averages, you can. And, you know, if this was a Bitcoin chart, let's say, and this wasn't dominance, and this was just like an actual currency or stock, this is looking bearish, which is bullish for altcoins. You know, they're backwards. So, you know, you're closing daily candles below the 200 EMA. I would say your next target is looking like this. But, you know, anything can change. That's just what we're looking at right now. But I can see why people are getting a bullish on altcoins right now, at least altcoin pairings compared to BTC. Okay. But if Bitcoin just decides to have a heinous drop, I imagine the altcoins will also suffer. Will they suffer as hard as Bitcoin? Maybe not. Maybe Bitcoin drops, you know, 10% and the altcoins only drop 5%. The Bitcoin dominance would fall with that. Okay, so just keep that in mind. What else can I say? The CMEs. Let's take a look at the CME. CME is where the institutions are trading, and again, you know, above the 200 simple moving average, but could get a close beneath it today. So we'll have to see what happens by end of today. But, you know, the CME, the total crypto market cap, the altcoin market cap, they have all already crossed the daily 200 simple. We're just waiting to see if Bitcoin can do the same. And, you know, Bitcoin's pretty much running the market. So we put the most weight on Bitcoin, right? But those are the things to watch out for. And like I say, you know, I don't have a real strong opinion either way. So that's why I'm showing you the levels, because, you know, I could tell you something is going to go up in this video and we get that move up and then get a rejection. And then you're like, well, what do I do now? So we're looking at all of the levels so that you can be prepared, because that's the most important thing to do, is be prepared for both directions. If I'm super bullish and I'm on here saying, guys, we're going to the moon, we're getting a bounce here, we're going to close above here, then we're going to take out this, you know, people make bad decisions. They might go all in, they don't put a stop on, they're like, this is gonna be it, guys. I'm gonna put everything on it. I'm putting 25x leverage. You know, they start pulling out that BitMEX calculator and say, oh, if we get to 10,000, I'm gonna make this much money. Usually when you start doing things like that, the opposite happens. So it's always good to be cautious no matter what, okay? So I talked about some of those just bigger picture type things. Sorry, guys, struggling for words. And also, I want to thank everyone for watching, because I have been struggling with a cold for the past 2 or 3 weeks. I just can't beat it, and I've still been trying to make these videos for you guys. I know you've heard me sniffling on all of the videos. So hopefully I'm finally getting better, but it has made it difficult to make some of these videos. Got my Bitcoin shirt back on. I think I need to buy a few more of these. Maybe I can have a one for each day of the week. Anyways, moving on. Let's take a look at each time frame like I normally do. So let's go down to the 4 hour. On the 4-hour, you have a bit of a range here on the moving averages between the yellow 21 EMA at 86.70 and the orange 50 EMA at 86.16. Looking to see which way this will break, but I think the 12-hour actually has it a little bit better. We'll look at that in just a moment. Ichimoku cloud. All right, so you have the blue conversion line actually coming down to meet the baseline. If these cross, that will be a reversal sign on the Ichimoku cloud. However, you do have, reversal on the Ichimoku indicator. However, you do have the cloud here that could act as support. So we'll have to see what's happening there. We could break through this cloud. If you break through the cloud, the bottom of the cloud is coming in. Let's see, 88,020. All right, no surprise there. It's lining up with this area here. But you can see on the Ichimoku cloud when this blue conversion line crossed above, that was your bullish signal, and we had quite the run up. And we were maintaining mostly above the blue conversion line all the way up through here. Very nice. Then we broke below, and now the pink baseline is holding support. So, but if we break through there and we get across, that might be a signal for further downside action. Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. We are beneath the middle BB. We're in the bearish zone right here. Let's see, we just got a 4-hour close, so let's see where it closed. We closed at 86.44 and the middle BB was 86.46. So we didn't get back above and we are still in the bearish zone. It's tightening up, which means that a move is probably coming soon. When these things get tight, look for a move. You can see we had it tight here, and look, you can see here we were underneath it and we popped back above. So this doesn't mean everything. This is a smaller time frame to look at, but keep that in mind. What else? We have our Stokes. Ooh, okay. So your Stokes are looking for a 4-hour cross down, and you have this descending trend line here. I had this drawn before the cross. You had touch, and we were looking to see if we could break above this trend line for more continuation up. But it's starting to look like it wants to cross perfectly right here. So if this starts coming down, that might be our signal for 8,200. And do we go past 8,200? We will see when the time comes, one level at a time. All right. Also looking at the RSI, you can see we had this trend line on the 4-hour RSI, bounced higher lows. But if we break this, that could be another sign for a dump. You can see, let's take a look over here. You can see we also had this trend line here that was right there. And once we broke, well, let's see, where is this lining up? And this is lining up right in here. All right. So we had higher lows on the 4-hour up until right in this area. And I'm sure when we were coming down, it was slow. People were like, well, you know what? If we find support above this area of trading, it's not so bad. I'm sure there was plenty of people that are like, okay, we're finding support here, we're going to take back off. But we broke the 4-hour RSI trend line and we had a pretty harsh dump. So if we break this trend line here, we could see something similar with that. We definitely had divergence, on a bearish divergence on the 4-hour. You can see the lower highs here with the higher highs. So I'm starting to feel a little bit more short-term bearish, but anything can change. All it takes is a whale to jump in and push the price up, maybe make another attempt at 9,000. Okay, but keep these things on your radar. Always be prepared. Let's move over to the 12-hour. On the 12-hour, get rid of these tools or these drawing tools. 12-hour Stokes are still coming down. Plenty of room to go. And our RSI, you also had bearish divergence here. Our Bollinger Bands. Let's take a look at the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands, we did close this last 12-hour beneath the middle BB and trading beneath the middle BB. So this could be a signal that we will test lower, and your bottom Bollinger Band line is coming in at 8,227. Again, we've been looking at this area for quite some time. Ichimoku clouds hanging on for dear life. So if this breaks beneath, look for some more downside. Our EMA, MA. So yeah, I think this is kind of showing the range a little bit better than our 4-hour. You can see the 10 simple governing price at the highs of this range, and the yellow 21 EMA holding up price at the lows. Currently right in the middle. So, you know, yesterday I was looking at the 4-hour to break that range, and we got a false break to the bottom, and we had a little pump but got rejected at 8,800. So the 12-hour is probably getting it a little bit better. Let's see. We'll get our close on the 12-hour in less than 4 hours by end of day. So I hope to see us either close beneath or above. Either way, I don't care. Just one or the other. If we close right in the middle, it's just going to be a pain in the ass. That's all I got to say. And again, if we do break beneath, we're looking at the 377, the 50 EMA coming in around this area here at 8,200. Let's go to the daily. The daily. So we want to see us get above the daily 200 simple moving average. If we can get above here and hold this, that will be very nice to see. And you know, we want to hold above this level if we're going to have an actual bull market. Right now though, we are currently under the 10 simple. It was support, and I showed this at the top of the video, so I don't have to talk too much about it. But if we close the daily beneath it, I'm looking at this region down here. Okay. Also, something to talk about is you can see how this 200 simple's coming down. Well, that looks a lot like this area here. And let's actually zoom in. What happened in 2018 right here? So we came up. We didn't quite get to the 200 simple. Almost made an attempt. Came back down. And we kind of tried again, but couldn't quite do it. And once we closed back beneath the 200 EMA, this light green, it was just doomsday dump, right? And this actually lasted over the course of several days, probably like a week and a half. So this kind of looks very similar to what we're looking at now. The only difference was we wicked above the 200 simple. Let's go back over to what we're looking at today. And I would say the same thing goes. So we went up and trying to make another attempt. If we fail to make that attempt and fall, we need to hold above the 200 EMA. If we can't hold the 200 EMA and we close back beneath, it will look just like 2018. And I imagine we have more downside to come. Just an opinion. This is not financial advice. I don't think I said it at the top of the video. So this is not financial advice. Do your own research. I am not responsible for your trades. All right. But that's what we're looking at on the daily. Let's take a look at the Ichimoku cloud. We already looked at that. Bollinger Bands, already looked at that. Stokes are coming down. Not too aggressive, but they are coming down from the top side. And generally, that does show a sign that we're about to break lower. You know, you see it here. You can see it here, 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 here even though you had this little rounding bottom, we had pretty vicious dump there. I forget, there was some type of FUD, I think, here. Either Binance got hacked or something like that. I'm not sure where that was. Maybe you can remind me in the comment sections. But even here, when we were trying to break out of our bottom, you can see when we got really high up and got a cross down, we did have a correction there. Okay, and actually, if you want to look a little closer at this area, whoop, what happened? Let's try that again. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. All right, because this was when we were breaking out of the bottom. So are we breaking out of our bear trend now? So we came up, we got pretty high up on the Stokes. We had a cross down, and your RSI was also high. Notice when we got the cross back up is when we took off. So maybe that's what we should be waiting for. We should wait for the correction to happen, and if we don't dump super hard and we get a little more sideways action, say we have a little correction, a little sideways action, and we get another cross up, that could be a good signal for you guys. I would love to see some volume like this come in, actually, to really show the strength of the bulls, because zooming out, you can see the volume. You had a nice little rise in volume here, but it's nothing significant. It's pretty low compared to this area, even this pump here, which was a signal that we're going into a bull rally, was massive. We haven't had that quite yet. So maybe if we get a little bit of a correction, some sideways, and then finally we get that massive volume come in, break above the daily 200 simple, maybe that will be the signal for our rally. But right now, volume is pretty dead in comparison. That's all I got to say about that. Let's go out to, 2-day. Look at the 2-day. Stokes crossed down. Okay, let's look at the 3-day. Stokes looking for a cross down. Not confirmed yet, but looking for a cross down. So, the Stokes are getting pretty high and tired on pretty much like all of the major time frames. The dailies cross, the 2 days cross, 3 days looking for a cross. It is a lagging indicator. So if we start to break further down, you're going to see the weekly probably curl back down as well. Okay, the weekly Stokes are pointed up, but like I said, if we get a correction, you might see this come back down this way. All right, while we're on the weekly, let's take a look at our Bollinger Bands. So the weekly, the weekly doesn't look so bad. I've been saying that for a while. We are above the middle Bollinger Band. When we had that China pump, we weren't able to sustain any action above it, and currently we are. So that would be a bullish argument. And the weekly time frame is one of the most important time frames. So if you wanted to argue a bullish narrative, I would be pointing this one out right here, looking for support. Your middle BBs at 82.87, so looking for support in the 8200 region. Our moving averages, you're above the 21 EMA. Again, that would be another bullish argument, but as you can see here, we also closed and then we dumped back. We closed above it and then dumped back below. So, it's not everything. You also saw that happen here and here. This time it just got straight up rejected. So could we get another correction and then we get something that plays out like this? That's definitely a possibility. So, nothing's ever set in stone. These indicators are just supposed to give you a bit of an edge, give you levels to trade from, right? Our Ichimoku cloud, you do have the blue conversion line crossed beneath the pink baseline. So that could be another signal that there is going to be a reversal in trend, unfortunately. It has, not confirmed till the end of the week, but keep that one on your radar. We are using the bottom of the cloud is coming in at 86. Let's see, 86.24, the bottom of the cloud, and we're at 86.28. So hanging on there, but if this drops any further, we're going to fall out of the cloud and get that cross on the weekly. So, like I say, crossroads, I wish I could give you a stronger opinion, but sometimes this is how trading is, you know, and sometimes you have to kind of wait and see, and hopefully you're around your computer and it ready to react. But if you miss it, don't freak out. You know, trading, this is something that we can do for years and years to come. All right, so no worries there. Just take your time, be patient, don't go all in. Can I say anything else? We can wrap it up with the Heiken Ashes. Let's wrap it up with the Heiken Ashes. 4-hour Heiken Ashes. So you do have bearish Heiken Ashes printing. Let's go to the 12-hour. 12-hour, you have a red one. Okay. Daily, red, but this could be a reversal one right here. Let's see what happens by end of today. If we do get a dump by end of today, this will fill out a little bit more. 2-day, you have a red one, and you know, this is the more you start to see the red Heiken Ashes on the larger time frames, the more importance it has. And you know, when you start seeing a 2-day print, we could be looking at something like this, just to be aware of. Okay, on the 3-day, you have wicks on both sides, looking like possible reversal on the 3-day Heiken Ashes. Weekly though, on the weekly, we're still looking fine. Monthly, possible reversal. So, you know, it's kind of strange. The lower time frames, it's not strange at all. The lower time frames are hinting at a correction, and the higher time frames aren't looking very bad at all. So maybe we just get a correction to 8,200, and we get a lot of buyers down there, and we're able to continue, and maybe this monthly stays like this, or maybe it's green. We'll have to see in about 8 or 9 days. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope this hasn't been too long. 32 minutes. Well, again, thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something, or I gave you some insight. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.